right, so this is Monica with the Body Electric Supplement. It is here that we supercharge our lives. L- Um, I think I started this series, and I think I've kind of just focused a lot of my videos on my brother's care because it is a lot. It's been 6 months since I started putting, well, yeah, 6 months since I started putting things here on the internet. But he's come into my life around October. He went missing. He struggles with mental illness and a head injury, and he went missing from his caregivers in Alabama for 2 weeks. And finally found him. I brought him here to Georgia and working on his care and recovery and his remission because I've been doing the research. I'm not saying there's a cure for mental illness, but you can definitely improve your life. Um, from what I've seen of him, and what I know of him, because I feel like I am literally the only person that knows him from his infancy up until now, even though we've missed some years, doing stuff. But I know his personality. And there were some times, I'm just being honest, there were some times I was just kind of like, I don't know if it's going to work. It's almost like every day there's struggle, but it seems like the last almost week or so, barring something that happened to me the other day, he's actually showing improvement, doing some the work to improve him, his mind, his own personal development. And I've been guiding him, as I am a life coach, by the way. So I've been guiding him and just trying to make sure that he is eating well, sleeping well. And now we're trying to get on the head game here because he has been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, and it is a combination of bi- um, bipolar. I think he has the depressive type and schizophrenia. And so what it means is he has a mood disorder and a disorder that triggers um, psychotic episodes. Okay. And that's scary. And I know a lot of people don't talk about that, but more people should be talking about that because now that I've been talking more about it, now that he's here in my life and things like that, I have to be more open and honest with people in around me. So if I have to go live, like leave somewhere like work, which I did, things where I have to kind of just stop, they will understand, or at least, give me some kind of grace in knowing that I have to go and find him or care for him, you know? Um, so yeah, so I am working on helping him get better, get to a place where he can manage his symptoms. He was hospitalized in April. He That's where he got the new diagnosis because I had been seeing a lot of these things, and that's the thing. It's like um if nobody is having real eyes on him, they were kind of warehousing him, and that I couldn't stand for. Once I realized what was happening, it's like, okay, there he's being put with other people who might have other situations, and I'm not knocking that, but he genuinely is ill. Something is wrong. And y'all are trying to make it seem like he's like for lack of better words coming out of being a drug addict, and he's not. And that's all I'm going to say on that because I understand, people who are addicted. I have friends who are working on that, people who are on the other end with harm reduction. I'm trying to force myself as a writer to be like, I need to write your grant for you, ma'am. So harm reduction, things like that. I totally get it. I understand. But then there's the other aspect of this, that there are some people who are mentally ill without the substance abuse or use, and that's my brother. So yeah, he was hospitalized in April here in Georgia, and I just felt like it. Yeah, like I needed the diagnosis. I needed the paper trail, and as much as I saw what I saw, I can only do what I can do, right? And I just needed to make sure he got the care he needed versus just giving him pills that may or may not be working, which I'm glad because they switched him over to something else and got him a new diagnosis. And I pushed. And I'm going to tell you, I had to tell a coworker, it's like you have to be relentless, y'all. As much as I complain about the healthcare system in the United States, it's bad. I'm gonna just be honest. It's not the best. It's pretty bad. And yes, you have to be relentless to get what you need for the people that you care about. And I have been, and I'm just gonna be. I feel like I am at a space right now where I can take a breather a little bit and rally up enough um, where I can continue to get people on his care team. Like right now, I'm interviewing somebody for respite care because I am a musician also, and I'm also trying to look to see if there's somebody who can just come see him on a regular basis. So I'm planning on going with my band out of out of the state of Georgia. I'll know when I'm there. Okay, so I don't want to just. I'm not jinxing it. Like I've bought the ticket and all the things. So we are going. We are going away for some time, and it's a chance of a lifetime as a musician to be able to do this kind of thing. And I definitely don't want to leave my brother without some resources. So still debating on the telephone thing. So he is doing better, but I'm still worried about having him have access to a telephone. And I think he knows himself to say he's not been asking for a cell phone anymore. And I don't want to just give him a phone where he's tempted, whatever is the urges or the impulse is telling him to do the dial 911 thing, that he's got to work that out. Like I want to help, but I don't want to hover either. So that's kind of like that balance. It's like he needs a phone, but he's also abusing the phone as in unnecessarily dialing 911, and it's his mental illness that's doing that. So he has a laptop though. He still is learning how to do email. He doesn't know how to do email. He only recently, seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. He only recently found out about MP3s, y'all. Cuz he kept asking me for CDs. This is the thing. He's been mentally checked out for almost 20 years. But, through various like medications and things like that. So he's like at least 20 years behind everybody else. So he still thinks he can go to a store and buy CDs. And I'm like, nobody has CDs. You need an MP3. He's like, what? What do you mean? You need an MP3 player. So I introduced him to an MP3 player like 2 weeks ago and finally gave it to him. I tried to load it, which I did, and he erased it. But um, I saved the playlist. I'll just say that. So I got him some music that he asked for, but then he ended up jacking it up for a second because he doesn't know how to deal with electronics because of his memory problems. And then I finally just had to tell him, like, listen, you got to get it together. No, there's no more Blockbuster. So I told him, it's like, you got to stop breaking stuff. Like, seriously. Like his own tablet that I didn't even think it was a tablet, but once I realized it was a tablet, I helped. Like I was like, oh, let me fix it up for you. So I fixed it up for him. Got apps on it, all the things. Same day, he got it wet, and now it's not working. I don't know if I. And this is actually the same tablet that I got him a telephone app on it, and that's probably where I'm gonna go in the future. Is give him a telephone app on a tablet That way, it slows him down from dialing 911. Because first of all, it won't work unless he's around Wi-Fi, right? And then secondly, if he does dial it, it seems like that they will redirect him to um, non-emergency line, and they'll just say, "Hey, well, it's your non-emergency," because it's not an emergency when he's dialing. Um, so yeah, so that's what I'm leaning towards versus the telephone, because the telephone makes him too free out there in these streets, literally, where he's like, I have no idea where he is, and then he's calling 911 and stuff and all the things. Um, so yeah. So he's been doing okay. He stopped asking for a cell phone. He's once I got him the MP3 player, I told him like you can charge it, like plug it into the wall. You don't need a battery, you know. And then now he's like, whoa, his mind is blown. Like literally, he's like, wow. So I'm up to speed, and I know a lot of people don't use MP3s, or do they? I don't know. I think people do because they're still for sale and they're pretty inexpensive. Um, it's those little tiny discs that's the thing. Because yeah, he jacked that thing up after one day. That's what I'm talking about. It's like um, he does not understand time. All he knows is daytime, nighttime. Anything else, like pretty much done for. So I need to get him a wristwatch, which again, I bought him one. But again, we need old school, old fashioned stuff. The thing I got him, apparently, you have to have an app. And I'm like, no, no, none of this. He's 20 years behind in a lot of things. He needs a regular old wristwatch, and that's what he's getting. So I'm gonna order. I have to, because I tried to go to the store today, and regular old wristwatch, just regular, okay? And then I also, and this is for his memory, knowing time and stuff. Um, also getting him an alarm clock for the kitchen where we keep his medicine in the afternoons, because I might not always be around. See, that's the thing. I'm trying to, and I told him this. I might not always be around, and we need some systems in place that will help you remember to take your medicine as he's getting better. Um, and he is exercising a lot, and that's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing. Only in that he might exercise to the point where he hurts himself, and because of his memory, he doesn't remember that he exercised to the point that he hurt himself. And so the next day, he's like, ouch, I'm hurting. Why am I hurting? It's like, yeah, because you exercised to the point where you hurt yourself. And so now he's dealing with some muscle sprains in his leg. His toes are okay. He used to be a former runner, y'all. So that's a part of why I'm saying all of this. The exercise does him well mentally. Um, but I'm trying to also introduce him to different exercises, things like yoga. I tried to show him some planks. Like planks are the thing, right? And squats, things like that, where he's not actually physically putting that tension on his legs and muscles and things. Um, what is a sundial? What's a sundial? Oh no, no. Um, no, he needs a regular old wristwatch. That's what he needs. Now, what he has been doing, which again with the MP3 player, at first he was just recording some random stuff, but now he's actually recording videos, like self-help videos, so that when he goes out for his walks, he can re-listen to them. And I'm like, yes, yes. So he's found a couple of self-help people that appeal to him. He's very, very Christian, y'all. So um, I wish that there was a way for me to get him like a digital Bible or something like that. But he downloaded a Bible app on his laptop, so he has that now. And yeah, and when it comes to therapy, trying to get him to therapy, I think he still has like this anxiety. I might have, and this is what I'm gonna now do, because he has medication for a lot of the symptoms that he has, except for the anxiety. And I think, and I'm gonna just be honest, I think the anxiety is based off one of his medications. I think. I can't be certain. So I'm going back in my own history, seeing like things that I've noticed. It's like, was he on the medication then and he did this, or was still working in the system? So I might have to start looking into anxiety medication, which again, I'm trying to have him have less medications, which he is, but more medication, if that makes sense. He's on injections once a month, the main one that I consider the main one, and then he's on two other ones, and that's it. So if he can deal with this anxiety and or memory, which I think again, if he can handle the anxiety, his memory might be coming back too. Because I've learned a lot about how if we're in a fight or flight or freeze kind of feeling, then we're not going to retain much, right? And if he's always feeling like that, of course he's not going to remember much. Okay, so that's kind of like my mentality, my thinking along those lines. And I did a little bit of a deep dive the other day. So now I need to make sure I'm upping his supplements. So I've had him on NAC, and I talked about this a lot, and L-theanine for at least a month now, consistently since he's been back from the hospital. So he got out at the end of April. It is now the beginning of June. So he's been on the NAC and the L-theanine for that long. And I've also included other amino acids. Okay. Other signs of triggers. Yeah, so when he's hungry, when he's tired, when he gets upset about something, just the other day, was it Monday? He wanted to go to Goodwill. He likes to thrift. I think I saw, I did a live on that too. I was sitting in the parking lot. He went in and went out because there's too many people in there. And I tried to warn him. I was like, you get anxious. You get scared when there's too many people around. He didn't listen. He went in there. He was in there maybe 5 to 7 minutes and came right back out. Okay. So, he gets nervous around too many people. And when it comes to other triggers, yeah, it's just overheat. If he's too hot, too cold, think about a baby. When a baby is like cranky, they cry, right? That's when his triggers start. And because he is a former athlete who used to eat a lot, and I've said this in a lot of the other videos, thank you for that, Magneticus. Like a lot, and I know you're trying to be funny, but seriously, um, a lot of my research, and that's why I'm upping the amino acids. I think a lot of this mental illness is due to malnutrition, in that our brains need so much nourishment and nutrition that we're just not getting. When we're eating all these boxed foods and overtly processed foods and um yeah. Okay, well, I'll take that. So yeah, but we're eating all of this processed foods and thinking that you're filling your stomach, and you're really not. So I'm also patting myself on the back for which I finally got him off of a lot of processed food right now. So I just did a super quick little grocery run this morning. I did one yesterday, and I got him and this is fresh, not in a can, not with those extra juices, fresh pineapple, fresh watermelon. I got him, some of the things, of course, I have to, concede on, like orange juice and milk and yogurt and cheese, like real, not the slices, not the cheese product that he had been eating like in these other places. Like I said, and that's kind of why, even though I was considering having him go somewhere else and live with other folks, but it's like, they're out there buying this garbage, this cheap garbage, cheese slice. They can't even legally say it's cheese on the package, y'all. So I really want y'all to really look at these food labels. That's the kind of stuff not nourishing people. That's not real food. It's food product. Okay? And he's kind of curved at sugar because I'm giving him more fruit now. So I got him bananas, and for me, bananas, apples, oranges. He's got pineapple, watermelon. I got him some peaches the other day because they are in season now here. And strawberries fresh. So that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not telling him not to eat sugar, but eat real food. And he's eating real food. So I got him fresh real meat from the butcher. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got him fresh meat from the butcher, so I got him off bologna. He still eats hot dogs though. I kind of have to like, you know, bargain a little bit, but the fresh meat cold like uh deli slices meat where it's still the animal and it's not ground up with like 4 or 5 25 different other animals into one thing and calling it bologna. So I've been making some switches for him, and he likes salad by the way. So I have been getting him salads, and he'll eat the whole bag in one sitting with his ranch dressing. So yeah, so he's been doing better with the food, a lot better, a lot better. Oh my gosh. Now, if I give him money, I don't know where he spent it on in the last few days, but he said it's gone now this morning. I was like, oh well, I'm not giving you any more money. I'm sorry. Well, I went to the butcher and I put it straight in the freezer. So, I'm trying to also stock up just because I don't know what's going to happen in the next few weeks. Y'all, you hear about the stuff on the news with the tariffs and all the things. So, I'm just trying to make sure, like I said, I got my brother's main medications 3 months in advance just so I can have a time to really focus in on some even upgrading his care even more. He's doing his own work on it. He's getting his exercise in. I'm keeping him hydrated, making sure he has got waters, juice, electrolytes, all the things that he needs to stay like in his executive functioning state, you know? Um, and and he's getting more sleep that I've noticed, you know. No, I get them to slice it in front of me. That's what I mean by the butcher. Yeah, they cut it and then they wrap it and then I got it. I don't know, like, okay. So I go to the international markets now. Like, I'm some of these corporate grocery stores or whatever they're doing behind the scenes, you can't really see what they're doing, And then I kind of maybe get a couple of things, but some of the main meats now, I'm going to the international markets. And back there, look, where you see lamb heads and stuff, like legit, like you see lamb heads and stuff. Yeah. So that's where I'm going. Um, and he's doing a lot better. He's not perfect, but he's doing a lot better. And I just don't want him to lose the momentum, you know? Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I hope that's not true. Magneticus. I hope that's not true. But yeah, he's doing better. He's not completely 100%. If I can get him into therapy on a regular basis or some kind of program that he will remember to be on, because I'm still doing my homework on like the spectrum of schizophrenia, and there is a spectrum. Okay. There's at least 3, 4 different illnesses that have psychotic elements to them. Okay. So when people see somebody doing things or talking to themselves in a certain way, it doesn't mean they're automatically schizophrenic. Okay. Mm. Oh yeah. See, I don't eat ice cream. Yeah. So there's, like I said, at least 3, 4 different illnesses that have elements of psychotic episodes, and it does not mean that they're schizophrenic. It just means that they may, their brain is glitching out a little bit, you know. And in my brother's situation, and I'm going to end it here because I got stuff to do here at my house. I've been doing so much over there at his apartment that I'm like, I need to get stuff done here. And like I said, help my friend. Like, I'm going to go and blow up her phone and say, listen, I'm going to help you write your grant for harm reduction, because yeah, there's the other end of how people abuse substances because they have mental illness and they think that this is the only way that they can get treatment for themselves, right? So I'm not knocking any of that. So I'm gonna leave it with um I've been upping his nutrition. I Yeah, that's kind of where I do want to leave it. So amino acids, get those amino acids, y'all. Like, not just protein. Even though I'm giving him protein, he's also getting amino acids, which are the building blocks to protein. So he can make it within himself in his own body. So that's how deep I'm going. Okay. And then I'm also need to get him back on an omega-3 uh pill, like fish oil. I need to get him back on a vitamin B, choline. So I'm just running low. That's kind of why I stopped, but I need to order some more. And I also need to get taurine, which I take taurine, and that's a type of, I'm trying to remember, is it an amino acid too? I think it is. And it's a neuroprotectant. It kind of like guards your brain. And like I said, I use it and I need to order it. So those are the three I'm going to add in this month now for June. Um, Making sure that he stays on the amino acids, he's taking his medication, he's eating better, he's sleeping better. We got to work on these memory skills. Um, and he's working on the talk to himself and kind of like self-help. He's finding videos on YouTube now and he's recording them on the MP3 player. Hmm. Oh, really? Yeah. And so, and all of this is, I think more people should talk about mental illness. Taurine. It's like Taurine. Taurine. Yeah. And like I said, I'll leave it with this is the things I'm doing for him. And so if you know somebody, which, believe it or not, once I started talking about it, people start saying, "Oh yeah, my auntie," and "Oh yeah, my niece," and "Oh yeah, my sister," and "Oh yeah." It's like, what? Are y'all serious? And the podcast that I listened to last night basically said somebody, 1 in 100 persons have some kind of condition that involves some kind of psychotic episodes. May it be like schizoaffective, like my brother. May it be borderline personality. May it be fully on schizophrenia. Like, there are people, 1 in 100 persons out there dealing with this stuff, and I think we should be talking a whole lot more about it and get rid of the shame of it. Okay, I think that's a part of it. People are ashamed to talk about, like, oh yeah, like my sister sits in her room and talks to herself for 12 hours straight. It's there's there's something to that, y'all. We got to get it together. And again, I really do believe there's a nutritional aspect to this. It's not the only. So don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those folks who are out there saying, "Oh, I don't take the medicine." Take the medicine, friend. That's the hack. But then you got to rebuild your body too with the food. It takes days, weeks, excuse me, not days. It takes weeks to rebuild your body with food, real food. Okay? But in the meantime, take the medicine. Okay? With that I say, take care.